at 3:15. Time now for live rugby.
Rugby on HTV in association with Reigns SA, proud to be part of every pre-match build-up.
Well, the rain has stayed away, and the pitch here at the Brewery Field in pretty good nick for a game that kicks off in about 10 minutes' time. Good afternoon. Welcome to what is very much an extended front row programme this afternoon. We have live Principality Cup action coming up between Bridgend and Neath, the highlights of all the rest of the weekend's action, and a lot more besides. So before we get to all that, let's have a look at the draw that was made yesterday for the semi-final. And yeah, interesting one. What do you make of this?
Well, there's guaranteed Gwent representation in the final. East Wales will be glad about that, and Swansea looked very good yesterday, and whoever ends up victorious today will be up against a side that looked impressive against Cardiff, no doubt.
Yeah, so, well, plenty coming up, and of course it is Mother's Day, but hopefully the chocolates and the flowers have done the trick, and you can stay with us for the next 3 hours or so, through until about 20 to 6 this evening. Certainly someone who will be with us is Gary Teichmann. Gary, welcome to the programme.
Thanks, Jim.
And a special family day for the Teichmann household today.
Yeah, we got another little girl. That's why I'm looking so tired, I think, all the hard work.
Yeah, you know the
I know the feeling, let me tell you.
So there we are, very good. Okay, we'll stay with a Mother's Day theme for a minute, and we caught up with two of the main players this afternoon, John Devereux of Bridgend and Patrick Horgan of Neath, whose wife is enjoying a very special day.
Quite a lot of sleepless nights. Between 10 and 2 in the morning, she's wide awake, and I can't do nothing with her, to be perfectly honest. I think I'll go into the spare room Saturday night. It's a very important match for us. We feel that if we can beat Bridgend after they lost to Newport, we can really put them on the ropes, because we got them playing in the league once at home. So it's a very important match for us.
So you're hoping to use the cup to your advantage in the league battle for that 5th position?
Yeah, so we're hoping. On Sunday it's going to be two very evenly matched teams, and it's all going to come down to on the day. I think if we perform to our ability, I'm sure we'll come out on top.
Positionally, it's been a bit of a roller coaster season for you, playing 15, 9 and 10. I guess you're quite glad to have settled back into 9 now.
Yeah, I'm settling back into 9. It hasn't been easy, because moving from 10 to 9 has been harder than moving from 9 to 10, to be perfectly honest. You get a lot less time to think, and you've got to be a lot sharper and more aware of the space. The last 4 games I've played this scrum half have been lesser sort of games. Same importance, but lesser opposition. So I'm really looking forward to Sunday.
John and Alison Devereux have been through the sleepless nights. Now Jessica and Ellen are growing up, and they like nothing better than helping out Mum in her shop.
John's been playing really well this season. First couple of weeks he missed out with an injury, but since he's been playing regular, rugby, he's been doing really well. I might be a bit biased, but he has, and he's formed a great partnership with Adrian Durston, the young man and the old man.
For me, it's getting back into cup rugby again with Bridgend. When I left off in '89, it was one of my dreams to play in a cup final for Bridgend, and hopefully I will, relive that. I think it's a big game. I mean, we've still got our eyes closed, on the league, but I think it's a game where quite a lot of players want to win, and psychologically, it's a big boost for the club as well.
Yeah, well, Dev's has certainly been a rock in the Bridgend midfield, yeah, but Patrick Hogan has had an invaluable role, really, for Neath.
Oh, he's been immense. Been able to alternate between 9 and 10. They're so different, to be honest. He really has led from the front for Neath, and he's been very much at the forefront of all that's been good about Neath play so far this year.
Interesting to hear what he said about going from 9 to 10 and back in.
Yeah, they are so different, to be honest.
Yeah. Gary, I think Lynn Jones might have looked at the way Newport destroyed Bridgend effectively and looked to take a leaf out of your book.
Yeah, I think, what worked really well for us was our forwards took total control right from the beginning of the game, and I think, if Neath can do that, then they can unleash a couple of their backs, their quick players, and they'll be in with a big shot.
Okay, thanks for the moment. We'll take a quick break there, but it's game on when we return. It's live Principality Cup quarter-final action, Bridgend against Neath. Don't go away.
Rugby on HTV in association with Brains SA.
Welcome back. Things just about to get underway here at the Brewery Field. Certainly promises to be a good one. Let's join our commentary team now of Ian Evans and Bob Simmons.
Thanks very much indeed, Stuart. As we await the arrival of the two teams then. Gareth Llewellyn captaining Neath today. Really up for this game, as we've heard already from Patrick Hogan. See psychological benefits in a victory today, of course. There's a very important league game to come between these two sides at the Normal. Gareth Llewellyn, 64 caps for Wales. Wales' most capped international forward, of course. We'll wait for a big cheer then, as Hugh Harris leads Bridgend out onto the field. Huge game for these players too. It's been such a good season that now, with a couple of rounds left of the Cup and a very, very difficult league programme indeed to finish. Great welcome then onto the Brewery Field from the faithful. Hugh Harris, who's done so well since returning to Wales from London, from Harlequins, of course. Skippering not just Bridgend, but Wales A too. This sure to be a very keen encounter indeed, as it was the league match between them earlier in this season. Ronnie the Raven. The teams now then will line up for a minute's silence in memory of the incomparable Gordon Brown, former Scottish international second row forward, who died this week at the tragically young age of 53. A lot of his former British Lions colleagues in the ground here today. Mark then of respect shown to Gordon Brown. So this is the 6th meeting at cup level between these sides. 3-2 to Neath at the moment. The last two were a final and a semi-final. So far this season they've had a pretty good run. 2 fairly comfortable victories, a total of 21 tries apiece. The Bridgend side just announced. And a bonus for them that Chris Stevens, the second row forward, who was doubtful all week because of a back injury, is fit. And we'll start with Paul Clapham, who also has just recovered from ankle ligament damage. Neath field the side that lined up against Crosskeys in the league last week. The one little surprise maybe, Roland Phillips at number 8, vastly experienced player. Nigel Williams, the referee from Brincoch, has got us underway. And the ball falling on the Neath side first of all. Greg Miller, first touch for their new outside half from South Africa. Taumalolo, that's a poor one. Gareth Morris. It's about 15:30, I think. Shane Williams links again with Gareth Morris then. Again, it's gone straight to Josh Taumalolo. Loves to counter-attack. One of the best signings Dennis John has made. Craig Warlow again kicks for position, looking to get over Gareth Morris's head.
Craig Morgan showing exactly how to play a kicking game. A lot of area ping pong to begin with some very loose kicks. Two very nervous sides at the moment.
Yes, both teams will be looking for that little thing to settle them down. Gareth Llewellyn, it's going to be a huge battle in the line-out between those two. Chris Stevens and Gareth Llewellyn. Mevin Davis. It's the modern, stupid line-out. And that's the other battle. Steve Martin and Paul Clapham. Duncan Jones at the front. A little bit of interplay there with Mevin Davis. This is what we expect to see from Neath. Kati Tuipulotu now in the action. Expect to see a lot of the forwards running well with the ball. Brett Sinkinson tied his future to the club, of course, this week by signing a new 3-year contract. Bit of accidental offside that time, though, ran into his own man.
That's going to be crucial today, mind, the battle in the tight between the forwards.
Nigel Williams not happy at all with that. Aled Griffiths on the tight head side here for Bridgend. And I think it was Aled Griffiths, in fact, who was penalised. Free kick awarded to Neath, quickly taken by Patrick Horgan. That's to Mevin Davis. Sets it up nicely. Horgan on the charge comes Sinkinson. Typical of the well-drilled Neath pattern. But that kick from Greg Miller, not a good one. Playing his second game. Man who's played a lot of rugby in South Africa for Border and Eastern Province. Roland Phillips, quite interestingly, took the warm-up at the start of this game, before the start of this game rather, for Neath. Stevens, in the meantime, has taken it for Bridgend at the line-out. Neath guilty of coming in at the side of that maul, conceding the penalty. And the decision by Craig Warlow is to go for a position inside the Neath 22. Lovely languid style of kicking. Such a good operator, good kicker of ball.
The start of the season in sparkling form. Lost his way a little bit recently, but Bridgend will be hoping he finds his form his best today.
Good ball into the line-out then for Bridgend. Looking for the options behind. Warlow. The pass to Deborah showing good strength, John Deborah. 35 years of age next week. Still with a big appetite for the game. First chance of the game then. Durston jinking his way towards the try line for Bridgend. It's here again then for Hugh Harris and his men. Warlow, that's back inside to Deborah. Just taken down. It's here again for Harris. Taumalolo to Warlow. What a great start then for Bridgend. Craig Warlow, who celebrated his 26th birthday last Monday, there with his 6th try of the season.
You saw there what the two Bridgend centres bring, two different things. John Devereux very much the ball carrier, stands up well in the tackle. Durston's the step, but look at that angle from Craig Waller. Took that pass beautifully. No weight in that pass from Tamalolo. He picks the angle between the two defenders. You watch the angle of run he takes here. Tamalolo, lovely soft pass into the gap. Shane Williams left standing. Yeah, the ball coming back from Hugh Harris. You see that pass? What's that weight? Lovely weight on that pass. And in between Duncan Jones, and Shane Williams to score. Lovely try by the outside half.
Waller himself with the chance then to add the extra points. The flags are up. What a great start then for Bridgend. In the lead after just 5 minutes by 7 points to 0.
And Craig Waller will be the first to applaud the work of his two centres, Adrian Durston and John Devereux. Really set up that try-scoring opportunity for him.
Sean van Rensburg lining up against his old teammates. Bit of luck that time for Bridgend. Craig Hawkins takes it. Big long blast though on the whistle from Nigel Williams. It's Chris Stevens immediately who's in danger. Referee deciding to give him the benefit of the doubt for something that happened there, but awarding the penalty to Neath. Chris Stevens, who hasn't been able to train at all this week because of his back injury, very doubtful in fact for this game today right until the last moment. So first chance then for Greg Miller. Greg Keith Miller. Cricket fans,
good
obviously.
cricket name.
His parents. Kicked 11 points in his first game against Cross Keys last weekend. He was hoping that the wind would bring that one in. Able to do so, let off then for Bridgend.
Would have needed a gale to bring that one in, Bob, I got to admit.
Yes, it was aimed for sort of upper Kent really, wasn't it? Waller. Local boy returned to Bridgend after starting his career, of course, with Llanelli. Not a knock-on, says Nigel Williams, coming off the head. The ball is here for Neath. Hogan. Out to Miller. The long pass. Story brings in Morris. Bridgend's dropped defence getting over in numbers. But there's a chance here of an overlap if they get the ball out. Roland Phillips to Duncan Jones. Into the Bridgend 22, and the possession is here again then for the Welsh All Blacks. Tristan Davis having an outstanding season in the centre for Neath. Hogan has a look at the options. Roland Phillips. Right, knocked back in the tackle by Rob Price. Scrum to Neath.
That's what you get from the Neath forwards. Lovely, intelligent run-in. And watch this timing of this run now by Duncan Jones. Lovely angle to take that offload from Roland Phillips in the tackle.
In the meantime, another opportunity for Neath. Tristan Davis poised to come in. No, in fact, it's big Kevin James on the right wing. Now Sinkinson picking up the loose ball superbly as ever. Hogan again. Miller. That's to Mevin Davis. That's the Bridgend 22. Ball just knocked on though. Duncan Jones pressing hard for the Welsh honours in the front row. Free kick against Bridgend again. Patrick Hogan to Miller, to Shane Williams. Oh, almost getting in the corner, getting past the challenge there of Gareth Jones that time.
Quick thinking by Patrick Hogan there, hoping that Bridgend would turn their backs. Lovely early pass to Shane Williams, goes past Gareth Jones to begin with, but plenty of cover tackle there to put him into the corner.
Fulton ball then at the line-out for Craig Hawkins. Safely taken by Paul Clapham. Taken on by Chris Stevens. Just stays in play. In the end, though, they're out. Rob Price is the man wearing 1 on the loose head side for Bridgend. Product of Bonamine.
Already introduced himself to Roland Phillips, one big tackle earlier on.
Mevin Davis into the line-out. Stevens defending. Sinkinson. Not straight. Called in for the scrum to Bridgend. Quite useful, interesting variation these days, isn't it? Sinkinson, Martin Williams, people like that used at the back of the line-out.
Very much so. You can throw anybody up these days.
So pretty even. Bridgend just with a slight advantage up front. Aled Griffiths against Duncan Jones on this side of the scrum. Nigel Williams stays over here to see what's going on. Van Rensburg with the pickup. Offloads it. Oh, that's danger. Thurston decides not to kick, but to try and run out a little further. Wow, now Clapham. That is the Bridgend posts in the background. And finally, Warlow with a bit of sense to get that ball away.
Well, they got away with that. I don't know whether it was enterprising or just madness, I think. But it didn't do us not an opportunity, but this time the outside half, Craig Wallace, was exactly what needed to be done to clear the lines.
Gareth Llewellyn lining up again then in the middle for Mevin Davis's throw. Beautiful take off the top. Hogan. Miller takes it on. It was Tristan Davis, in fact, who took the ball from inside centre. Now the drive then by the Neath pack. This is good stuff. All the while, Nigel Williams playing an advantage to them. They should take full advantage of it, surely. Oh. No, Nigel Williams has to bring them back in the end for the penalty. And there's a yellow card coming out too. Professional foul, says Nigel Williams against Sean Van Rensburg.
Prevent them getting the ball. Not a debate. Off you go.
Sent off to the sin bin for 10 minutes, the former Neath man.
Well, Nigel Williams is very much trying to take control of this game. He's been very dominant out there. But again, Neath had an opportunity to score there. Didn't do so. The pass was a little bit laboured. Checked them a little bit when the opportunity was on to score. But Bridgend being obviously penalised for being offside and deliberately slowing that ball down.
So, at the second attempt, Miller opens his account for the afternoon, reducing Bridgend's lead to 7 points to 3.
In the ball coming out, you can see Sean Rensburg there. Yeah, deliberately taking, coming through and taking Brett Simpkinson up before he could release some quick ball for his backs.
Greg Warlow with the restart. Hanging ball. And Gareth Llewellyn took it happily. Patrick Hogan. Now Steve Martin. What a superb piece of athleticism by the Neath second row. The ball is up there again for Neath. Kevin James. Roland Phillips will have to come back this way. No support out there. Patrick Hogan gets it away to Miller. Mevin Davis. Warlow up very quickly indeed, but Neath recycling well too. Story asking Morris to go on the switch. Brought down just by John Devereux. Davis to Hogan again. Oh, there was a bit of a gap there. Patrick Hogan almost threw it. In the end, though, Neath the penalised. Patrick Hogan at the bottom of it all. What a run that was, though, by Steve Martin.
Yeah, it was a lovely flicker from Evan Davis, which released Steve Martin to begin with, but lovely run in by Steve Martin. He's looking around, he's looking for support, no support there, so he takes the contact on his own terms, releases that quick ball, and again, from Brett Simpkinson, a flick out and changing point of focus, the attack once again. But that's what you get from Neath, very mobile play.
Steve Martin, son of Alan, of course, partnering Gareth Llewellyn this afternoon, and very interestingly, I remember when Gareth was starting his career with Llanharan, he actually played against Alan Martin, and then playing for Penarth at the end of his career.
He'll probably thank you for reminding everybody about that.
I'm sure he will. Craig Wallow. Penalty kick then. Well, Bridgend then, having lost their number 8, won't make that much difference to it, will it?
Well, he's a useful player, is Sean van Rensburg, and he's very much a big part of the Bridgend pack, so you're going to have to try and see these 10 minutes out, I think.
How will they reorganise, Gary, do you think?
Well, I think you got to, obviously you'll be short the one guy in the forwards, and they've just got to try and keep the ball as much as they can. Keep the ball away from Neath.
Thanks both.
It isn't there. I think Neath will try and keep, as they've done to begin with, keep the very fluid sort of game really, and try and move this Bridgend 7 around.
Kati Tuipulotu gets through the challenge, that time with Jamie Ringer. Sinkinson, as ever, the first man up in support. Superb play. Hogan gets it away to Mevin Davis. Attacks Warlow and Hugh Harris. Miller, that's a beautiful break. Out wide to Story, takes the ball beautifully. James Story. Oh, wonderful attack by Neath against the 14 men.
Really not letting the ball slow down with the breakdown. They're really whipping the ball away very, very quickly and stretching Bridgend's defence. With his hand off on Mike Peters. He's a big guy, Mike Peters. Slightly alarmed probably with that, no pun intended, but lovely hand off by James Story.
James Story, of course, who was hoping to qualify as a Welshman before too long. Son of Stewart, of course. Outstanding proponent of this commentary game in athletics. Seen at the Knoll very often these days, Stewart.
Yeah, the ball coming back here from Faisal. A couple of early passes, lovely break here by Greg Miller. You can see that the Bridgend defence is coming towards him, loops a pass over, but again a little bit lateral at that point, and the Bridgend cover was there in numbers.
So game ready to continue. Great position for Neath. Mevin Davis with the put in at the lineouts. Gareth Llewellyn. Steve Martin gets it first, slips the ball in as well. Now then, this is a big ask, as they say. And in fact, the try is awarded. Andrew Millward, the tight head prop, with his 3rd of the season, finishing off the move. Neath making Bridgend pay then for going down to 14 men.
Yeah, this try's been coming. Neath have a very good line-up game. This time Steve Martin goes up very early. The drive is on. Andrew Millward, you can see him right to the very back there, calling for the ball, knows it's on. The drive carries on. Gareth Llewellyn is there with his support and rolls over for the try. Bridgend down one man in the park, but you see this try has been coming. Neath have put some great drives on up front so far today, and Andrew Millward is there just to get the 5 points.
They do operate that move very well indeed, not particularly using Duncan Jones, but there he is, Duncan Jones, and Andrew Millward that time getting the touchdown. Miller with the conversion attempts. Left wide of the target again, but came on, as they say. Neath in the lead for the first time in this game, 8 points to 7. Millward, big mate of young Steve Martin, who won the ball in the line out for him, played together at Hewitt and Concoid in Cardiff. Ball back once again. Sakati Tuipulotu. It's that man Millward again in the action to Patrick Hogan. Holds it up well for Mervyn Davis. Sinkinson. Lovely angle from Tristan Davis. Does beautifully. Sinkinson again. Oh, this is wonderful movement from Neath. Maybe just a little bit of overcomplication at the end of it. That was wonderful stuff.
Stunning play by Neath.
Hugh Harris gets the kick clear. Shane Williams unable to take it, so Gareth Jones goes steaming through. Surely Williams has the pace, gets back there.
But a line out there for Bridgend, barely a yard away from the Neath line. But what a turnaround after some scintillating play by Neath, really. The handling, the interplay between the forwards was exceptional. Offloading before the tackle, which is crucial, really.
Yes, the message seems finally to be getting through, doesn't it?
Yeah, not to look for the contact, offload, and take the contact on your terms when you're ready, not when they're ready.
Suddenly the game has switched dramatically to the other end of the field. Roland Phillips in there now then to defend at the line-out. It's to Clapham at the front of the line-outs. Ball turns into a ruck. Possession for Bridgend. Untidy play though. And there's a turnover. Gareth Morris protecting the ball. Gareth Llewellyn. James Storm. Thanks with Steve Martin. Venture from Neath deep in their own territory. The ball cleared. Taumalolo. Puts the up and under. From the kick by Kevin James. Sinkinson claims it. Bit of offside, I think. Encroaching within the 10 metres.
I think Neath will be more than happy with advantage there. They caught that ball as an opportunity to counter-attack.
Rick Miller goes for a position and finds it safely. Another good platform then for Neath. Looking to build on the confidence generated by that move a couple of minutes ago. Neath looking to time their rival at this line-out. Mervyn Davis finally ready towards the back. Sinkinson just gets a hand to it, not straight. Arled.
Wait, don't jump off, wait, engage.
Hugh Harris unable to get the ball in at the scrum. Nigel Williams again has come over to this side. Check on the jiggery pokery between Duncan Jones and Ali Griffiths.
Crouch and hold, go straight.
Hugh Harris still not able to get it in. Free kick this time awarded against Neath. Quickly taken then by Hugh Harris. To Mama Molotika. Chosen in preference to Richard Bryan, who lined up against Newport in the number 6 jersey today. Full penalty this time. Hands in the ruck there by Neath.
It's exactly what Bridgend would have wanted, really. Eat a bit of clock while Sean van Rensburg is off the field.
Craig Warlow claims the position then, about 5 metres or so inside the Neath half. Sean van Rensburg waiting for the go-ahead to come back onto the field. Assistant coach Richard Webster with him.
Probably telling Sean van Rensburg not to worry, but he'd done the same anyway.
Taken by Stevens. Back forward anyway in the line-out. And the 10 minutes are up for Sean van Rensburg. He comes back onto the field. His side trailing by a .87. Neath's put in. Tuipulotu offloads this time. And they've brought in the big man, Kevin James, from the right wing. Good progress again by Neath. Miller. No option that time but to kick. Nasty bounce for Taumalolo. Miller up to him. But quite a physical presence, Josh Taumalolo. Kick sits up nicely though for Gareth Morris. Shane Williams with a little bit of space. Whoa. Up very quickly on him. Bridgend through Jamie Ringer in the first instance. But Shane Williams has protected the ball well for his team. Tristan Davis is kicked downfield. Craig Warlow doing the covering job for him. Roland Phillips coming up at a head of steam, takes the ball, shrugs off the challenge of Warlow. It's there again for Hogan. To Miller. That's for Kevin James. Peters doesn't maybe realise he's coming up. Taps it inside, that's okay. James. Peters, challenge a little high. Nigel Williams happy though to let them continue. And the turnover with Bridgend. Picking up the strongest part of John Deborah's game.
Come on, but it's not the strongest part of anybody's game.
No, it's true. Oh, that's dangerous. Shane Williams not only gets away with it, almost in the clear. Mama Molatika offloads the ball to Paul Clapham. Jamie Ringer had a fine game against Newport despite the defeat for his side. Neath preventing Bridgend from playing that ball, penalised. Quickly taken. Durston. Peters. He's done well. Offloads to Durston. Not much support though, but Durston does superbly. That's outside to Molatika. Stevens inside him. Oh, couldn't take the ball. Huge chance there for Bridgend.
Well, after a long period of pretty fragmented play, this is a bit of continuity for Bridgend. And Molotika's calling for Chris Stevens, telling him exactly where to go, took his eyes off the ball momentarily, and the opportunity was gone.
Chris Stevens still waiting for his first try of the season and won't get a better opportunity than that one. Scrumton inside their own 22. Patrick Hogan waits to field. Pick up at the back by Roland Phillips. Hogan kicks again for Kevin James. Straight to Josh Taumalolo. Offloads to Deborah. Gareth Jones offering himself, coming in for him. Good ball retention by Bridgend, despite maybe the original error of judgment.
There really was no need to come in with scissors there because they were stretching the Neath defence, really sort of hold their width and really put their head back down and go for the corner. But you can see John Deborah, eventually Gareth Jones comes in on the scissors when perhaps he holding the position was right, but a big hit from Simpkinson and Gareth Morris there. Just checks that movement.
Jen Ball on the Neath 22. Hugh Harris gets it away to Warlow, to Durston. Taumalolo into the line. Lovely running, just ankle tapped, but it's Durston again. Lovely football, Ringer gets it out wide to Peters. And Stevens, number 5, walking in hard there to try and rip the ball back, but there's a turnover. And in fact, there'd been an offside decision against Bridgend, further compounded. Another 10 metres for some indiscipline.
I don't know whether you noticed Jamie Ringer there, beautiful offload there. That's what you want from your open side at the breakdown. But look at this attacking motion from Josh Taumalolo. He does enter the line at pace. Just managed to get an ankle tap on him. But what's that pass by Jamie Ringer? It was sensational.
Josh Taumalolo offers so much, of course, from the full-back position. He's lined up at centre, both for Bridgend and for his former club, Bevel Vale, as well.
Let's go, Tiggy, let's go, Fred. Carry on, bro.
Neath treating Brent Sickerson for an injury, but told to carry on by referee Nigel Williams. Greg Miller takes play almost up to halfway. Once again, Neath just ambling their way to join the lineouts. Gareth Llewellyn. Levin Davis rejoins and takes it on. Hogan gets it away to Miller. Shane Williams charging up. The ball will run out. Neath in the lead, 8 points to 7. 1 try apiece so far.
It's the one negative aspect of the play of both sides so far. The kicking from hand really has been quite average out there.
Steve Martin. And a good run in the side, mostly alongside Gareth Llewellyn this season. Paul Clapham, originally from Barnsley.
Hey, we'll have that again. Same again.
Nigel Williams not happy.
All right, and you, when it goes back, we'll have it in.
Wanting the line-out formers to time their jumps better.
Come on, boys.
Ron Rinsberg called into the huddle.
Bridgend really having to work hard to come up with options in the lineup because Neath are putting pressure on them in the set piece.
Martin goes up early, and the free kick is awarded against Neath this time. Van Rensburg going to take on Tuipulotu rather. And Molotika as Bridgend go up to halfway. Harris away to Waller. Durston, lovely angle of running again by Taumalolo. And the possession is there for Hugh Harris. Holds out.
It was poor play by the outside backs. They really put pressure on Hugh Harris's pass when there's no need. They had ample time, ample opportunity to pick their angles and hold it there.
Captained all the sides he's played for too, Hugh Harris, from an early age. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Try apiece, leading by 8 points to 7. Quickly taken down to Duncan Jones at the front of the line-out. Story coming up at pace, and it's there again for Hogan and Miller. Kick charge down again, Hugh Harris. Having problems with the spinning ball there, the Bridgend skipper, and here it is for Hogan. Miller. Good play again by Ringer. Williams, Alec Griffiths rather, takes it on. This is better. Molotika for Bridgend this time. Craig Hawkins boxed it up. Might have been a penalty there, surely. Yeah, in fact, I think on the word of the touch judge, Barry Williams.
I think a yellow card is possibly in the offing here, deliberate. No attempt really, just trying to get out of the way. He said he moved his arms trying to get out of the way, but I think he knew exactly what he was doing there. I think it's Kevin James actually, who's just strolling off down towards the corner of the pitch there.
And it's just on the dead ball line underneath end. And the kick takes Bridgend down to the 22. Kevin James, the young winger, has done so well for Neath. 9 tries in his last 8 games.
Amazing how innocent players can look sometimes, only one wandering off the pitch.
Hey, lads. Excuse me.
This time then, it's Bridgend to have the extra man as Craig Hawkins waits to put into the line-out. Shortened line-out, called by the Blues. Molotika supports Clapham. Hawkins there again, but that was rather high. The move itself had been rather pedestrian. Miller onto his left boot. Again though, it's gone straight to Taumalolo. It's a careless pass. John Devereux takes his time, does well. Up to halfway, it's there again for Harris. To Hawkins. Durston looking to release Gareth Jones. He enjoyed that one, didn't he? Oh, ball lost.
Accidental maybe, but still offside.
Offside though, against Neath. Charging run by Gareth Jones that time. Craig Warlow again will kick for a position down at the 22.
You were the other side.
Yeah, puts his head down, runs straight at Shane Williams. It's the opportunity he's been waiting for all game. An opportunity to run at the smaller man.
Shane Williams actually had a miserable time, but played fullback in the league match down here. Back on the left wing now. Evan Davis does well to Phillips, to Tupelotu. Looks so comfortable with ball in hand, the Tongan. He makes it available to Miller. Tristan Davis, the long pass to Gareth Morris. Kick and chase, straight though to Taumalolo. Under quite some pressure, but gets away. Bridgend on their own 22, goes to Durston.
That little cameo there, I think that shows the message of what Neath need to bring to this game. Keep the ball in hand. A lot of these loose kicking, all he's doing is giving Taumalolo an opportunity to counter-attack. But you can see Tupelotu carrying the ball. They're offloading well in the tackle. When they're ball in hand, Neath are looking dangerous. It's when they put the ball to boot is when they give opportunities to Bridgend to bring the game back to them.
Gareth Llewellyn off the top of the line-outs. Nevin Davis has gone back in there, and Andrew Millward. Neath looking to smuggle it on. Steve Martin taking it on. Nevin Davis, in fact, holding it as Neath go up to the 22. Super drive by the Welsh All Black forwards. Now looking to roll it around, change the angle again. Jen may be guilty of pulling it down that time. It's there for Hogan and Miller. Tristan Davis. Accidental offside.
There was blatant pulling down by Bridgend there with that try goal. You see people trying to grab the jerseys and yanking them down to the floor. Yeah, accidental offside. Greg Miller called for this as there, but Tristan Davis just ran straight into the back of him.
Get nice and tight, crouching forward.
Hugh Harris finally gets the ball and away to Durston. Hugh's long kick off the left boot. Bounces nicely though for Gareth Morris. Another one who signed a new contract with Neath. Oh, thank you very much indeed, says Mr. Greg Miller.
John Dever thought it was Christmas time there. Yes, long pass here from Gareth Morris. Looks outside in. Greg Miller's just making his way back there. You can see the ball in there. Oh no, what am I doing? And a big smile on John Dever's face. I can practically see it from here.
Central opportunity for Bridgend as Hugh Harris feeds. Couple of minutes to go to half-time. Swim has gone round 90 degrees. Good work by the Welsh All Blacks. Put in this time to Neath. Nigel Williams not happy that the scrum was straight.
Scrum was moving, okay? Go down and hold the weight, down the middle. Engage!
Patrick Hogan finally gets it in. Dummy run by Tupelotu. Roland Phillips comes steaming away. And plenty of support too. Sinkinson first of all spreads the ball out wide to Miller. Oh, just for the moment. Breaking down. Chance for Neath to regroup again though. And the possession is here for them again. Miller to Story. Out to Shane Williams. Links back inside. Nope. Try not awarded. James Story can't believe it.
Great player by Neath there, showing a bit of width there. James Story gives an early pass to Shane Williams, just gets outside Gareth Jones, but Gareth Jones did very, very well. And Shane Williams just put a foot in touch, correct decision by the touch judge.
You won't be done for numbers, I can assure you.
In the last minutes of the first half.
One out. Thank you.
Bridgend with the defensive position.
Stay there.
Hawkins puts him towards Clapham. There's a chance for Neath to get an advantage from the knock-on.
Stay back, Bruce. Stay there. Stay there.
Duncan Jones, for one, looking to pick it up and roll on. Steve Martin's in there too. Tristan Davis, number 12, has joined in also. Neath, just a metre or so out. Not forward in the line out, of course, by Paul Clapham. They'll come back for the scrum to Neath. Good chance then for Neath at the end of this first half. And worthy their lead at the moment, do you think, Ian?
I think so. I think we'd be disappointed with just a narrow lead. Again, they got an opportunity to score right here. They'd be disappointed they're only 1 point ahead at the moment. They really are dominant.
Hogan feeds. Ball at the feet of Roland Phillips. Penalty against Jamie Ringer. Quickly taken by Tuapulutu.
Back we get. Back you go.
They have to take it again. And Gareth Llewellyn has called for a scrum. Big chance then for Neath at the end of this first half. Leading by 8 points to 7. There won't be much more time available after this set-piece move. We've played a minute already of injury time. Phillips with Sinkinson. Bit of obstruction in there, was there? Accidentally, says the referee Nigel Williams, and that is it, in fact. The last piece of action at the end of the first half. So Neath have had the better of things so far, and they lead at half-time by 8 points to 7. Rejoin us in a couple of moments for Stuart and Gary's analysis of that first half.
Welcome back. A great first half then, with Neath narrowly leading by 8 points to 7. And Gary, it was a dominant Neath, but Bridgend scored first.
Yeah, I think the centres did really well in that try. The forward pack of Neath are pretty dominant. They're making a lot of inroads. We see the try here. The two centres really do well. Neath actually had numbers, as you see the centre taking it in, keeping the ball alive, getting across the line. They had the numbers here. They just both went in onto full-back Josh.
Yeah, they doubled up on him, didn't they? Perhaps they got it wrong there.
Yeah, it was a great line by the number 10, and he hit the line at pace in the gap, and a good try.
Yeah, Waller worked that very well. But of course, Neath then getting on top when Van Rensburg was sent down. Bridgend down to 14 men. What did you make of this?
Well, you know, obviously it's depending on if the ref had warned him once before. I think normally they give you 1 or 2 warnings to send them off straight away. Yeah, we see the
and while
Neath
they're down to it, here they go.
Yeah, you know, the forward pack in Neath is playing really well, and I think they mentioned it earlier on about kicking the ball away and not keeping the ball in hand.
Yeah, they executed this very well, didn't they?
Nice and tight, and you know, they're a powerful bunch. Not big, but strong, well constructed.
Yeah, that's what put them ahead. Okay, time for a short break then, and we'll be straight back with the second half. Well, welcome back. The team's due out very shortly, but first, Gary, we've got a little chance to see a clip of what was the difference between the two sides, really, the interplay between the Neath forwards and backs.
Yeah, and just keeping the ball alive, you know, not looking for contact. I think that's what they did in this passage of play, moving the ball around. A lot of the times players are often just look to take the contact and then offload. But we look at the number one, number 2, all offloading the ball nicely.
Yeah, and I think Ian made the point that their kicking game hasn't been the best, so possibly Neath to keep the ball in hand. You'll soon see. The teams are back out on the pitch. Let's go over now to our commentary team of Ian and Bob.
Thanks very much, Stuart. Takes all sorts, doesn't it? Well, it's quite interesting on that kicking point. Ian's got a theory that Patrick Hogan might well return to the number 10 jersey before the end of this game.
Well, I think if Greg Miller, obviously he's only in his second game, finding his feet to a certain extent, and I won't be surprised to see Patrick Hogan go to 10 again and bring Annie Booth onto the scrum half role if things don't improve and they keep kicking the ball away.
Yes, Neath just in the lead by the single point, 8 points to 7. As Nigel Williams gets us ready for the second half, and it's Greg Miller himself who will get the second half underway.
Keep loose.
40 minutes to go then in this Cup quarter-final at the Brewery Field. And for the winners, a semi-final tie against the competition favourites, Swansea. Beautiful piece of turning by Jamie Ringer there. Greg Wallow doesn't get much luck with the bounce, but the ball is with Josh Taumalolo anyway for Bridgend. Taking on Gareth Morris in no uncertain terms. Molatika to Stevens. Setting it up on the 10-metre line. Ball trapped in there. Ball for Bridgend.
This really was a sensational tackle by Jamie Ring. Watch him turn. That's wonderful, exactly. He's turned defence into attack immediately. And Bridgend were able to counter-attack from there.
Harris feeds the scrum. Pick up by Van Rensburg. Held by Tuapolotu. Over the top. Bridgend that time. Smiling a promising position for them. Sean Van Rensburg suffering from bang on the knee.
You saw that early exchange there in the second half, but Taumalolo looked to counter-attack at all. He's been the most potent weapon, but this is Sean Van Rensburg, very strong at the back, looking to take that ball on. I think he's just hurt himself when he twisted his knee. But going back to Taumalolo, he's been Bridgend's most potent attacking weapon. And what Neath to do is take him out of the equation, not give him the ball, not kick to him, allow these open spaces to counter-attack.
Back in defence, Josh Taumalolo then, waiting for Greg Miller to take the penalty kick for Neath. Good kick that time by the South African. Mervyn Davis will have the throw in at the line out for Neath once again. Steve Martin at the front, Gareth Llewellyn in the middle. Martin looking to roll it on. Has slipped the ball inside in the meantime. Andrew Millward, number 3, the try scorer in the first half, in the middle of that too. Excellent disciplined play by the Neath 8 there, and they're getting closer and closer and closer to that Bridgend line. Andrew Williams is playing an advantage to them too, and calls them back in the end for the penalty against Bridgend. Superb, Jan.
Good forward play by Neath there. The pack have really been pretty dominant so far in his exchanges in this game. Again from a line out, taking the ball on, really driving deep into Bridgend's territory. And Bridgend looking as if they're capable of stopping this drive.
On and on they go, creating the position from which Greg Miller has kicked the ball into touch for the line out. So, danger for Bridgend as Mervyn Davis puts into the line out. Llewellyn. Duncan Jones was in the middle of it. Number 1 that time too on the peel. Has the try been awarded? Second try of the game then for Neath. I believe Mervyn Davis, the hooker, was in at the end of it.
Yeah, Neath hadn't scored a try. I think there was a penalty. I think Chris Stevens dragged down the ball carrier as well in the drive. But again, good ball here by Gareth Llewellyn. Stays in his feet very, very well, which allows the platform for the drive to come. And you see the hooker, Mervyn Davis, just at the end. They're still in the right place. So two of the front row got tries in this game so far for Neath.
And of course, by about 8 o'clock tonight, both tries will have been scored about 40 metres or so, I'm sure.
Oh, at least.
Second try of the season for Mervyn Davis, and the second in successive weeks, having scored at Cross Keys last week. Once again, the ball not coming back in for Miller. And his 2 tries though for Neath. 13 points to 7 they lead.
Bridgend will still feel with opportunity though. We're only talking 6 points away, so they can find a bit of pattern of play and get onto the ball for starters. A bit of possession will do Bridgend a world of good.
Once again, Nigel Williams playing an advantage to Neath. In the end, has to bring them back for the knock-on. Knocked on, I should say, in the line-out by Bridgend. So, 2 try scorers on this side, Andrew Millward and Mervyn Davies, joining Duncan Jones in the front row for Neath. Patrick Hogan goes on a sniping little run, now then looking for the support, does well. It's Roland Phillips, the number 8, who's there. Good direct play, once again by Neath. Hogan brings in Duncan Jones. Sinkinson in there, clearing it out. Decision by Miller. There's the kick. Correct decision? I don't know yet.
Well, in the first 5 minutes of this second half, Neath have done very well to hold on to the possession. Continuity, they made big inroads into the Bridgend defence. Kicking the ball away just allows Bridgend an opportunity to regroup.
Line out to Bridgend on their own 10-metre line. Paul Clapham 4 at the front of the line. Chris Stevens and Sean van Rensburg at the back. Warlow. Gareth Jones has been brought in from the right wing. Pretty well held though by Neath. Decision by referee Nigel Williams, as that was a maul that had collapsed, so Neath will get the put in.
Bridgend attacks don't seem to have the bite that the Neath attacks though, as if their eyes are on other things other than the cup at the moment.
And it's a big question whether this game is the more important or Pontypridd in the league next Saturday as far as Bridgend are concerned. Patrick Hogan does well. Phillips and Tuapolotu in there working the ball away to Evan Davis and Steve Martin, too cleverly done. Andrew Millward. Good disciplined play by Neath. Offside decision. Peters. Powerful runner, the former rugby league man. Links with Thurston. Here's a chance then for Bridgend. Oh, Gareth Jones again. Hugh Harris, no knock on, says the referee, kicks ahead. It's bouncing for Thurston, links with Harris. Can Bridgend storm back in sensational fashion here? Chris Stevens, just tackled short of the line. Bridgend drive over and the try is awarded. Well, my words, what drama. It's Sean van Rensburg against his former sides. And suddenly Neath's lead is down to 1 point with a conversion to come.
And again, this try has come from a kick from a Neath player. Lovely counter-attack, first of all from Mike Peters, but again, Bridgend held onto the ball. Hugh Harris didn't panic, they waited for the runner to come. There was Chris Stevens, the workhorse, always looking for work, there to carry the movement on. Again, didn't panic, waited, the opportunity there. Rensburg there, the breakdown. Well, not quite sure about that. There might have been a bit of a knock on there, but the referee Nigel Williams has given the try.
Yes, it really was touch and go. We'll have another look at it in a minute. In the moment, Craig Warlow, meanwhile, has converted the try. Well, Neath had been sitting pretty. They now trail by a point, 14-13.
How quickly things turn though. Great counter-attack for Bridgend, but look at this. The workhorse, the work ethic of this man Chris Stevens has been admirable all year, and that time Sean Rensburg was there on his shoulder just to pop over, but questionable try at this stage.
Now Neath, having dominated them for so long, trailing to that long-range try then by Bridgend, and that will do a lot for the confidence of the Brewery Field outfit here. Will Harris has a quick look around to see what's on. Paul Clapham bundled out of it by Duncan Jones. Harris's kick. Shane Williams underneath. Neath takes it safely, gets away from Gareth Jones's huge lunge. Beautiful running by the Neath left winger. Sensational support from Mevin Davies as this game now really comes to life. Miller to Phillips. Tristan Davis, the long pass to Kevin James. Looking to get outside Peters. Keeps it alive to James Story. Nigel Williams' whistle goes. Dutch judge Barry Williams has come into the field too.
This is worth admission, Price, all on its own. Look at this ability to counter-attack here. Step in, coming off both feet. Wonderful play. Left 5, 6, 7 Bridgend players in his wake there, all grasping at shadows. Sensational stuff by Shane Williams.
It really has been an up and down season for Shane Williams. He lost his international place. Desperately keen to get it back. Signed a new deal, of course, with Neath as well. Scrum has gone round 90 degrees. Neath will get the put in. So, chance then for Neath to bounce back once again.
Bridgend have found themselves a narrow lead. What they can't afford to do now is relax and take their foot off. They've got to carry on.
Hogan feeds the scrub. Kati to Pelotu. And Kevin James at his shoulder. Still going though, the former Dunvant man. Brett Sinkinson. Spinning around as well. It's there again for Hogan. Miller. Story, intelligent little kick. Oh, it might fall for Neath now. Just knocked on, in fact. Oh, bit of a chance there for Neath again, yeah.
It was, and the Bridgend defence was up very, very quickly, though. It didn't really allow much opportunity for the Neath backs to express themselves fully. Attempted a little grubber through, came off a Bridgend player. A little bit of confusion momentarily in the Bridgend defence, but there was a slight knock-on from a Neath player.
There's John, the Bridgend director of rugby. Looks on as his side defend. Wallow gets the ball away. So, Joe Clark, newly signed by Bridgend to cover a hooker emergency. Gets a touch of the action immediately. Signed temporarily from Sale. Craig Hawkins leaves the field.
Bit more bulk there as well, and so they might solidify Bridgend's scrum a little bit.
Llewellyn off the top to Hogan for Neath. Duncan Jones coming up with pace, not held, allowed to continue into the 22. Penalty decision against Bridgend. Very kickable position indeed here for Neath. Chance for them to take the lead again. Might well have been Clark, having been on the field just seconds, who gave away that penalty.
Trying to make his presence felt immediately after arriving on the field. Good charge here by Duncan Jones. This is Sean Van Rensburg with a tackle, and there comes Clark from an offside position, really, and lying over, preventing Neath from securing the next phase of possession.
Just the one successful kick so far today for Greg Miller. And then from Port Elizabeth. Central position for the goal kicker. And strikes it well enough. So Neath are back in the lead again. 16-14. Kick taken comfortably by Gareth Llewellyn. Matt Hogan finally gets the ball, decides on the kick. Up goes Taumalolo, up in the air, takes it well. It's there again then for Bridgend. John Deborah. So the handoff on Gareth Llewellyn. Durston. Only Gareth Jones outside him to come back in, look for support. Rob Price goes in and takes Bridgend into Neath territory. Ball have gone to ground, ruck have been formed. Scrum to Bridgend. So is Joe Clark. Very highly rated. And Bridgend delighted to have him. They've been very impressed with what they've seen of him so far. Van Rensburg to Hugh Harris. Still behind the advantage line. Pegged back in the tackle. Clark goes in to aid. Gareth Jones goes to play scrum half. Wallow. Long ball to Durston. Looking for Deborah to come on the angle. Oh, that would have been good. Patrick Hogan with the ball as Nigel Williams has been looking to play an advantage.
That was very nearly some excellent play from Bridgend there. Lovely angle, so good interplay between Durston and Devereux. Just the final pass, just not quite coming off.
Pat Hogan injured, crashing off the field just then. Took a nasty bang, Pat Hogan.
Yeah, Patrick Hogan trying to counter-attack there. Defended ever Mike Peters, and a nice little push there, ended up in the dugout. Not very friendly, that.
Had an outstanding season. Gutsy little player, Patrick Hogan. Figured in all 26 now of Neath's games this season. Roland Phillips leaves it to Patrick Hogan. Dummies the pass to Kevin James. Makes it available to Taki Piloto. No knock on, says Nigel Williams. And Sinkinson picks the ball up. It was Mervyn Davis, in fact, that ran into his own man, conceding the set scrum.
They had a little bit too much time to think about what to do there. You see the pick up there, they knew what they were trying to do, but a little bit too much, and again the man became a shield for the man behind and obstruction, and then Nigel Williams is bang in the right place.
Sinkinson up quickly on Hugh Harris. There's a great chance for Neath to get the ball away. Miller decides to attack at short range. They're going to get a penalty. Offside. Against Bridgend after the knock-on by Hugh Harris. I think it was Jamie Ringer in the end who played the ball. Miller kicks for the position. Finds the safe touch. So here's a platform again then for Neath. Stevens defending the ball. Gareth Llewellyn against him. It's taken by his partner Steve Martin. Neath staying on their feet. Warned by the referee not to collapse it. Neath are still going on. In fact, at the end, though, I think the ball might have been lost. But anyway, referee Nigel Williams' decision is that the maul was collapsed, did not form a ruck, so the ball will be Bridgend's. Defensive ball for Bridgend and Hugh Harris at the set scrum. Good strike. Harris gets it away. Wallow under a bit of pressure. Does well to get the ball clear.
We haven't seen enough of Craig Wallow today. He really hasn't had the ball. He's a very gifted player and a fine attacking runner, to be honest. And we haven't really seen enough of the ball in his hands to be able to attack this Neath defence.
Neath again into the liner to Gareth Llewellyn. Steve Martin in there in support too. Neath keeping the ball in hand through Andrew Millward, who got them going with their first try. Steve Martin with the pass to Greg Miller. Bumps off the challenge. Advantage being played by Nigel Williams for the knock-on. Craig Warlow. Taken by Sinkinson. Nigel Williams playing an advantage all the while, so it's just as well for Craig Warlow to have a go.
I know I wanted to see a bit more of him attacking, but he chanced his arm there, Bob.
So the familiar figure of Lyndon Mustoe coming on into the front row now then for Bridgend. Aled Griffiths has switched to the loose head side, so it's Rob Price who has left the field. Now then, Gareth Jones has been enjoying himself, hasn't he, this afternoon?
As he's picking his way through the Neath back line bit by bit.
His dad would be proud of him. P.L. Jones, of course, famous Cardiff winger.
Hey, welcome to the game. We go square.
P.L. would have enjoyed that. Defensive ball. And then for Hugh Harris. Pick up by Van Rensburg. Keeps it alive, links. There with Molatika. Patrick Horgan went in on the wrong side.
Get away! Get away! Nowhere near the ball.
Joe
okay?
Clark is the man who's being talked to by Nigel Williams. In fact, it's a warning to him. Nothing more.
It's not the way to endear yourself to the ref, to be perfectly honest. He's been on 5 minutes and 2 warnings already.
Miller takes Neath down there to within 5 meters or so, 6 or 7 meters maybe. Gareth Llewellyn and Steve Martin, the 2 main targets for Neath at the lineouts. It's Llewellyn, holds it up, Mevin Davis. Simpkinson in there too with ball in hand, as is Tuipulotu. He's told by Nigel Williams to use it or lose it. The ball, he decides, had stopped, and to be fair to him, he gave Neath plenty of warning. He was going to call a halt to it, so it's Bridgend's ball. Nigel Williams hoping to follow Uncle Clayton Thomas onto the international panel, and who say he won't.
Hang on a second now. We've still got plenty of time in here for cards to come out. Let's have a game of rugby, all right? Wait, crouch and hold. Get up.
He's had enough, as Nigel Williams, of the 2 front rows.
Wait, crouch and hold. Engage.
And there has to be a penalty, or a free kick this time, isn't there? So, quickly taken then by Bridgend. Now Molatika sets the position up, but they're still inside their 22. Steve Martin rather took a bang there. Bridgend are in big trouble. The ball coming back on the Neath side. Patrick Horgan to Tuipulotu. Well, will Neath finally get there? Just short. This could be the decisive moment. Tristan Davis to Sinkinson. Right on the line. Just the breakthrough then that Neath will have wanted.
Things are getting a little bit feisty out there. The officials are there just to keep an eye on things. But lovely pass there from Tristan Davis to allow Sinkinson to score. And the pressure's on by Neath here. Again, nearly got through, did Tristan Davis, but lovely offload as he hit the ground. And a good back row player. The flanker was there, Sinkinson to score. A lovely flick up and just roll over. Possibly there, a knock on, but you're allowed a double movement now to score.
well, Mike Peters threw the ball at Brett Sinkinson after the try. No card, but there will be a penalty to Neath from the halfway line after the conversion attempt. Points to 14. Greg Miller looking to convert. No mistake. 23 points to 14 then. Neath lead, and that might well be the crucial score. Penalty is awarded on halfway. Now then, was there a case of mistaken identity here? There certainly was. It was number 7, Jamie Ringer, who threw the ball. Both he and Peters, of course, and that blonde rinse. And Dad Paul looking on there, the misdemeanors against Ringer.
Wasn't his boy at all.
No. Pictures do lie.
Seriously though, the Bridgend have to be careful with the discipline here. They are losing it a little bit and allowing Neath to kick their way back deep into the territory.
Simon Hill on the field as a replacement for Bridgend. They slipped the ball in the meantime to Melvin Davis. Neath powering on. This time it's Sinkinson up to the Bridgend 22. Miller goes for the drop goal, charged down. It's Molotika who turns it into useful possession for Bridgend. Taken on by Musto. Harris gets it away to Waller. Richard Bryan. The replacement quickly taken by Bridgend. Really must get back into this game quickly. Is there a turnover again? There'd been a knock-on anyway. Andrew Williams will call for the scrum. Neath ball.
Some pretty poor play by Bridgend there. The one thing they need to do is hold on to the ball at the moment. They've lacked the possession, quality possession all through the game. They have to build up some continuity. They have to hold on to the ball and go through some phases.
Patrick Hogan, again, I think needs some treatment on the Neath side. I think maybe that Hogan might well have to leave the field. 23 points to 14 to the Welsh All Blacks. Well, Gary Teichman in the studio there. Is there any way back here, do you think, for Bridgend?
Struggling a bit with their first phase. They're scrumming and lineouts, and they're trying to force the pace a bit and making crucial errors. So they'll have to get their first phase sorted out and win some possession.
Thanks, Gary. Yes, they'll have to do it pretty quickly too. In the meantime, it's Neath's possession. Roland Phillips to Shane Williams. Kick and chase. Break though to Taumalolo. Greg Miller picks up the high kick this time. Bryan underneath it, does well. Now then, has Bryan managed to fall on the correct side? He certainly has. Careless pass from Craig Warlow. Simon Hill in the action. Bundled into touch.
Not what Simon Hill would have looked for. Just come on the field and he wanted the ball in his hands to be able to attack his opposite number. That time, very poor play by the Bridgend backline. Some very wayward passing.
So this will be a throw in at the line out to Neath. Just checking again that Patrick Hogan's okay. And Steve Martin takes his place in the line-out. Gareth Llewellyn in the middle. Sinkinson moves up to the front. Nice move. Back down to Mevin Davis. 10 minutes to go at the end of this game. Neath with a 9-point lead. Picked up by Duncan Jones. These forwards really have played well in this game. Roland Phillips this time. Patrick Hogan goes on the charging little run. Taken down in the tackle. No way that ball's going to come back. The ball had gone into ground. So it'll be a put-in for Neath.
This really is where Neath want to be now, deep into Bridgend's territory, and it seems there's no way back for Bridgend at this stage. As long as they keep the ball and keep Bridgend deep in their own 22, there's not awful Bridgend can do about it. As Gary mentioned later on, they need to win the ball, they need to win some first phase and then hold on to it. And at the moment, Bridgend are capable of doing so.
Great position again then for Neath. Roland Phillips with the pickup. Molotika in with the tackle. Doesn't seem to be any way that ball can come back on the Neath side. They've lost it to Bridgend. They're looking to attack through John Devereux from deep. That's a nice pass by Wallow to Gareth Jones. Could we have drama here yet again? Oh. Not in the way Bridgend would have hoped. Gareth Jones throwing out a support anyway. Nigel Williams waiting for an advantage. The knockdown, and surely there has to be a yellow card here again. For the deliberate knockdown.
I think it's Sinkinson there.
So, after scoring the try, Brett Sinkinson is sent off for 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Yes, Gareth Jones here, lovely counter-attack for Bridgend. The Bridgend backs taking matters in their own hand, launching a counter-attack, trying to get deep into Neath's territory. At that time, again, the ball is won, but you see Brett Sinkinson there, tapping the ball out of his hand, come over the top there, and knocking the ball out of Hugh Harris's hand.
In the meantime, the game will resume with a line out to Bridgend. Could there be one more twist in this tale? Wallow to Devereux. Goes on a superb charging run, John Devereux. Now then, where's the support? It's come from Richard Bryan. Bridgend are back in this game once more.
And put that one into John Devereux. Wonderful run by him there. Hasn't had an awful lot of ball. When he has, he's looked very dangerous and looked to create openings. That time puts his shoulder down, bumps off Mama Molotika, which is a very difficult thing to do. Offloads in the tackle again as he's going down. Rich Bryan is there, just come on the field. Make sure he's got the ball in control, just go over, and nothing that James Story could do about it.
Yes, John Devereux showing all his old power there. Tuipulotu barged out of the way. And what a superb pass. Then to Richard Bryan. And what an excellent signing he's been to from Bath for Dennis John and his men. The try has been converted by Craig Wallow. Once again, we have a huge game on our hands, just 2 points in it as time runs out.
And then I was saying, seemingly the game was all over, Bob.
Latest replacement on the field is Richard Francis for Neath, taking the place of Kati Tuipulotu.
Tuipulotu feeling the effects of John Devereux's charge there.
6 minutes to go at the end of this game as Miller restarts. Could we have yet one more twist? Neath haven't been in the driving seat for so often in this game. But it's just 2 points. So the game will resume with put in for Neath. Morgan Fields, Phillips at number 8. Ringer looking to roll it around, not used. by Neath. Scrum had not gone around 90 degrees, besides Nigel Williams. So Neath will get the put in once again. Pick up by Roland Phillips as Neath look to tie it up once again into the Bridgend 22. Here's the chance maybe. Tristan Davis on the angle. Good support too. Gets the ball back inside. Hogan waits. Has a look both ways to see what's on. Miller. The kick for Kevin James to chase. Simon Hill back but forced into touch.
That's better from Craig Miller, the outside half, taking control of the issue there. The last time Neath in position, he tried a very poor drop goal attempt, which allowed Bridgend to counter-attack. This time, he put the pressure, turned Simon Hill behind. Nothing an awful lot Simon Hill could do, then he'd be pushed into touch.
Neath's ball into the lineup then, through Mevin Davis. Untidy ball. It's there for Duncan Jones. Hogan gets it away to Miller. Here's the pass. It's here again for Kevin James and Roland Phillips. Duncan Jones suddenly spotted there was no right winger outside him. Kept on going, did well. Patrick Hogan spotted half a gap just for a moment. Neath have done well to clear the Bridgend defenders out of the way. They're looking to keep up the pressure. Hogan. Andrew Millward scored the first try, looking to take it on. One more try will surely clinch it. Gareth Llewellyn this time. Steve Martin, his second row partner too, going in there. Neath's ball.
Neath playing keep ball here. They know the clock is running down. They want to stay, hold on to the ball and stay in within Bridgend's 22.
Evan Davis, Andrew Millward on the side of the scrum for Neath. Bridgend with the push, but the possession is there for Patrick Hogan. Almost gets in. Richard Francis, the replacement there too. Mevin Davis charging on for the line. Francis just short. It's there again for Hogan. Well, my word. Bridgend ball.
Good defence by Bridgend there, very solid. It looked for all the world as if Neath were going to score a try. Bridgend were unwilling to give in, unwilling to cave in. Again, Mevin Davis this time, but good attack here by good platform from Neath, but again the Bridgend numbers are there. They had a turnover, and Devereux was driving that ball, driving Bridgend off that ball. Good turnover, good defence.
A couple of minutes to go at the end of this game. John Devereux on his own line. Hugh Harris with the put-in. Durston on the blind side, the huge kick upfield. So, is there one more chance maybe for Bridgend to snatch this game out of the fire? To 21 Neath lead. Gareth Llewellyn does well, palms it down to Steve Martin. Richard Francis, the replacement, in there, looking to roll it on. Here he comes then for Patrick Hogan. To Miller. Brings in James again from the right wing. Powerful young man. Hogan. Battling away as ever, Patrick Hogan. Kevin James playing scrum half, goes for the kick. Oh, right down into the corner.
You asked him to do that again. Very surprising as the ball there, but a lovely bit of scrum half play by Kevin James, the winger. Puts it right into the corner, takes a nice little bounce, and barely a yard from the Bridgend line.
So, Neath ending this game where they want to be, deep in Bridgend territory, defending a 2-point lead. Neath 23, Bridgend 21, as we go into injury time at the end of this game. It's Clark into Clapham. Stevens slips the ball inside. Bridgend still deep in their own 22 as Devra goes on the charge. Harris. We need to see something quite dramatic from Bridgend. It's Durston. Steve Martin is the Neath man in with a tackle. Red Griffiths this time. There's Richard Bryan, who scored the try just a few minutes ago. Goes for the pickup for them. Gendo still on their own 22. Hugh Harris to Taumalolo. Opens it up. Now then, where's the supporting player? Gareth Jones up there for him. Hugh Harris. Last chance maybe for Bridgend. It's John Dever on the charge again. Is that ball going to come out? Yes, Nigel Williams believes it will. Jamie Ringer to Simon Hill. Big tackling by Neath. Ball not going to come out. Nigel Williams has a look at his whistle and decides, in fact, that is it. In dramatic fashion, Neath have run out winners at the end of the day by 23 points to 21. But I think it's fair to say they made really hard work of it.
They did indeed unnecessarily hard work of it. They had the possession, they had the ball, they had the dominant platform up front, some wonderful handling. But Lynn Jones sort of had his heart in his mouth at times to show the ball into the back line, with Craig Neal being very unsure outside half. Whereas Bridgend, the little possession they did have, the backs looked very dangerous. Taumalolo at full back, John Dever in particular alongside Aidan Durston in midfield. Bridgend had a bit more ball, they probably would have ended up coming away with a victory there. But the platform with people like Steve Martin up front and the front row in particular, and Gareth Llewellyn led magnificently the Neath pack, really would have really be disappointed if Lynn Jones would be disappointed if they hadn't have won this game.
As the question mark may be, as Clapham and Stevens played for Bridgend, question marks as to whether really they were 100% fit.
Yes, hindsight's always a marvellous thing. They've been quality all year. Chris Stevens and Paul Clapham very much at the forefront of Bridgend's performances so far this year. Today, possibly not quite 100%, but I think Bridgend now need to look forward and look to the league. They're out of the cup. The league is all important to them. They mentioned it beforehand. Possibly eyes were looking towards that. Patrick Hogan there with an immense game, for a small guy, very physical, very aggressive, and a constant thorn in Bridgend's side.
Yeah, and thanks very much indeed. Well, we can have a word now with one of Neath's heroes, Gareth Llewellyn, talking to Bethan Evans.
Gareth, we knew that was going to be close. You must be delighted with that.
Yeah, well, I knew we could win, coming down here. I mean, the boys have been waiting for this for about 3 weeks now, and there was no motivation needed. And actually a little bit disappointed we didn't put more points on them.
Now, in the first half, you dominated play, and yet Bridgend scored first. Were you disappointed with that?
Yeah, I was, I felt we were on top. We knew we could beat them up front, we got out of a pack coming here, and I say we had so much domination in the forwards, just disappointed we didn't put more points on them. But, credit to Bridgend, and, they got a great spirit and they played well.
Your backs looked on fire, and yet it was your forwards who created the damage points-wise.
Yeah, in fairness to the backs, they created a lot of chances. We just couldn't quite finish them off,
Now, you're facing Swansea in the semi-final. How do you feel?
Yeah, well, I don't get any tougher, do they? But I suppose at this the semi-final stage, you've got to take whatever comes. They're all tough then.
Gareth, thank you very much. Lynn Jones, I think I could just bring you in here, Lynn. The boys could be quiet for 1 second. You must be a very happy man, Lynn.
Yeah, we are happy. It's the first time being in the semi-final for a number of years, and it's very good for our supporters. They had a nice day out, and I'm sure we're there to spoil Swansea's party. It
was a very thrilling encounter towards the end there.
Yes, they are on television, and it's nice for us to perform live in front of the cameras. And but we're going to recover now. We've got Llanelli next week, and I hope you're watching Llanelli, because we come into the Nile next week.
There you have it. Lynn Jones, thank you very much.
Yeah, every right to be happy. A tremendous cup tie. Neath coming home here at Bridgend. We're going to pause for breath, I think, but we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.